aircraft carrier is not a power projection tool until unless it is a carrier battle group. That means only aircraft carrier cannot project anything worthwhile until unless it has a complete paraphernalia. That is the reason it is called carrier strike group, in which you need to have cruisers, destroyers, frigates, a combination of this. Along with that, you should have the long-range maritime patrol aircrafts. You need to have the fighters. You need to have the helicopters. And above all, you need to have the SSNs, so that in all dimensions, this carrier group is protected. So at the moment, in my opinion, they don't have the SSNs. So if they bring in the carrier group without the SSNs, actually it is a carrier group unprotected from its bottom. So I think Pakistan Navy would, specifically the submariners would be very, very happy to receive such kind of lucrative target.
Based on historical experience, facts, and the current environment, aircraft carrier, despite its exorbitant cost, large size, is practically, in the absence of SSN and an effective carrier battle group, a sitting duck in front of Pakistan Air Force and Pakistan Navy?
Exactly. I would say exactly what you are saying. Even now, the carrier groups which are well protected, they are also vulnerable now for the reasons that US carrier group in Red Sea, it had to pull back because of the kind of drone attacks being carried out by the Houthis. So nowadays, the role of aircraft carriers, specifically against a neighbor which is just close by, I think they will have to rethink 100 times before they actually put an aircraft carrier into a conflict which is between India and Pakistan.
I think that's a very important news for the international community, for the regional powers, for the Indian leadership, and also for Pakistani nation. Let me ask you briefly, how do you look at the balance of maritime power currently between India and Pakistan? In simple terms, if you were to compare the air, the surface, and the subsurface elements of both countries, how do they match up?
I think we can start by from the statement of Indian Naval Chief, which he gave it in December last year, in which he said, we are worried about the development of Pakistan Navy. It is becoming a 50 ships major combatant navy. So if your adversary is feeling the heat, that means your developmental strategy is working. That is point number one. Point number two is, in a conflict nowadays, it is not the number which matters. It is, again, as I said, the potency of the platform, the man behind the gun, its training, and the equipment that matters. And above all, mustering these forces at a point of interest with its full force. That is how the effect-based operations are nowadays conducted. So third point is, as Pakistan is not an aggressor per se, but our policy is defensive in nature. Having said, if anybody takes up aggression against Pakistan, so we are well geared up to give a befitting response as well. So if we see Indian geography, its coast is about 7,000 plus kilometers, which India has to defend, as compared to our coast, which is just above 1,000 kilometers. So, whereas if you go into the numerical value, even if, so Pakistan has about 125 units, whereas India is close to 293. So even this balance is good enough for Pakistan to give a befitting response to our adversary.